Running, we're back in the saddle right now. Got all 6 of these pieces, well, piles of stuff. Got all 6 of these skirt sides done. We're gonna have to mark where we're gonna serge them. For that, I got another ruler. We want the total waist measure at 50. Keep in mind, there's gonna be a lot of folding on this one, so I'm gonna mark them at 26 on the half. So we got an extra inch to fold in. I want to end that here, so the skirt sides line up properly. You mark that there. Got that all out. And a reasonable chalk line. So that's where we're going to serge it. I'll do that, mark all 6, we'll put them on the serger. So we got a nice clean edge, all serged up nice and straight. You'll note, for the number of pieces we started with, each one of these kilts is down to 4 pieces. We want to get them down to 1. This next thing will get them down to 2. This is the fold. What happens is it connects to the back edge of the 2 skirt pieces and it folds in like that. That's where it's sizable. That's where it will open and close to make the kilt bigger if necessary, if somebody gains weight. So what we got to do is hem the bottom edge. Then as we're attaching it, we find where to fold the top edge down. I'm not going to hem the top edge, but we do got to fold it down to match the length. We did mark them a lot longer than they need to be. Line them up here, line it up there, goes up, the waistband is there, and we got 2 inches extra. Well, let's see, 3 inches extra. So, we'll start by hemming the bottom edge on all 3 of these. I'll lay them all out and I'll stitch one up and show you. You've seen me hem before, I don't need to show you. Okay, so we're starting at the bottom edge, the hem we just put on this back fold. Lined up with the side of the skirt. So line those up. We give our standard 1/2 inch. And this is vertical, so we don't need to worry about the stretch. At least not till the top where it starts to curve. I don't know how interesting it is to any of you, but straight lines make life easier. At least when you're sewing. This all the way up to the top, and we'll top stitch it. And this one's going to be an interesting top stitch because we're going over a couple of thicker bits. Where it starts to curve here, now we're going to have to start worrying about the stretch a little bit. Up here, we're going to be going through multiple layers. But that's fine. It's going to be fine. We get near the top up here, so we're going to fold it back down on itself like that. There, So we do our back stitch. The reason we're not hemming that at the top is that's going to be open, and it might be a slightly different length on this end than it is on this end. So that's one. Now we'll top stitch it. Top stitch on this goes all the way around. So don't just fold it over one way and top stitch it. We got to go all the way over like that. Make a long seam. Again, we'll start at the bottom. Cut off that excess from our last stitch. Pull the edge all the way out so the seam is as short as we can make it. Run a 1/4 inch top stitch. The weight of this garment can sit up there. Much as I like the idea of going faster, I'm going to be careful on this, because there's a couple of changes in angle that I don't want to have to deal with if I can avoid them. Make them go as flat and level and easy as possible. The fact of one line being completely vertical keeps it from stretching on the other line. Because it can't stretch in the direction I'm stitching. And now for the fun part. Go over the thickest bit and over the fold we made. Right from there. And spin it just to make sure it stays. There we go. That is what the back edge of the kilt is going to look like. That's going to meet up with its twin on the other side. There's going to be eyelets down here, so you can lace it tighter or looser. That's what it is when it opens. It's this fold panel. Okay, I'll do the rest of that. I'll show you what we got at the end. A point. This is that big fold panel. Now, remember, stitched up and folded it at the top and didn't stitch that fold down. We are going to stitch it down. We're doing that now, after everything's attached. Okay, let's do that right away. We're not going to be able to go right to the edge because it's already stitched in. We had to do it that way to make everything fit properly. So, pull the thread under, get this under, back it up as close as we can, and we're going to stitch right in the middle of the serge. Again, being careful not to wreck the stretch very much. This is all going to be invisible for where it's folded up. But this will keep the serge from folding out and being seen, which you don't want. So again, it doesn't have to go right to the edge. You just go until the presser foot hits the edge. You back off. Do top stitch or back stitch, and we're done. Now let's show you what this looks like at the end, once you get these threads cut. This is also where the eyelets are going to go, so I'll lay that out for you. Okay, back at the kilt. Let's fold this up right around itself with you in the middle of it. So this side was this way, and this side was this way, and that whole panel folds up underneath. Eyelets for lacing, going to go between the top and this point here on the yoke, so it can be laced shut. And that allows the rest of the skirt to flow all over the place without opening up and showing anybody their legs. So that's one. So this kilt is now down to 2 pieces. That's the other one, but that goes on the front. Okay, next step will be, after I get those 2 put together, next step will be attaching this bit. Well, no, next step will be figuring out belt loops and pockets. Well, belt loops. Okay, talk to you next time.